New game. This is the second game in the double elimination. I lost the last one. Lily, I'm not talking to you. GLHF. No fours, several threes, and defectors. You can also put 2 in Italy and 3 in Iran. So I wonder if this setup is like what if he has Marshall and then he sees this and he's like, oh, he must have defectors, and holds on to some Red Scare or Vietnam revolts that he would have just thrown away if I hadn't made it obvious what I had up my sleeve. And we're off. That's a good defectors. That's not a great coup. Well, yeah, I don't think he's coming into Thailand. So maybe I just do the captured Nazi scientist now. I got some safe expansion from the presumed coup target. Well, if I make it to Thailand, I will want one of the threes, and this is the only really 3 I have left. I will hold D-stall. I don't know whether it's better to space de Gaulle or get him out. I think I'll space him. I think with this guy, I'll just fill in Egypt and hope for better luck, some luck on the war result. If I use the 2 in Jordan, I can actually try realigning Iraq. Well, what if he just never takes another coup? I mean, I don't want it to go back to 5. Plus, there's 2 points on the line. Maybe even 3. But I only have 2 cards left that I'm going to play clearly for obs. I was kind of hoping after we get to DEFCON 3, I can just put 1 in Malaysia. If I go there now, I'm going to want 2. But I don't know. It kind of seems like if he had some nice card to coup with, he would have done it by now. Maybe I'm okay with Korea. It'll come back on turn 3, the Korean War, but it's just kind of being handed to me. At this point, I can't go Malaysia, Thailand without giving up a coup, and as many as 4 points, and going back to DEFCON 5, which I don't want. So, Korea It's kind of free for now. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not sure I thought forward about the Malaysia, Thailand, no coup path. It makes me think I can't really safely grab Thailand this turn. And he'll have Vietnam revolts before too long. And the Korean War might come back and stab me in the back. Hopefully I can fill in Japan, maybe even Taiwan. But usually it's not just sitting there for me so long. I don't think I'm worried about de Gaulle until... I'm not worried about France until I play de Gaulle. Even if he does like socialist governments or Suez, he doesn't have any access. So that's just kind of up to me based on how long I hold this card. I can give Panama a neighbor, or South Africa a neighbor, or Egypt a neighbor, instead of more francs. And so with this, I'm committed to, unless he coups something, I'm going to use AI war to coup, like Iraq. I almost played that one as my fourth, or whatever, when I was doing this. There I had to do the coup. Great success. And I get a red scare for turn 2. Another 4. My own CIA. Well, I know he doesn't have Vietnam revolts. And we already canceled defected decall. So that's pretty good. And I'm still holding on to destall. There are things I like about this. The question is, am I going to headline red square, which seems pretty obvious. I have a whole bunch of his cards otherwise, so it's not even very competitive. Six. Well, I can coup back, or I can jump into Pakistan. Unfortunately, I can't do both. And he has 3 there with adjacency. If I crewed with my 4, I'd need a 5. But if I don't, he can take another stab at Egypt and totally wipe me out. Maybe I use my 4 to put 3 in Pakistan and 1 in Libya so that I'm not completely removed if he does that. Yeah, I want to get up to Thailand, but well, they're still deep. Yeah, no, all of his cards are accounted for. You lost decolonization turn 1, and I have Vietnam revolts and held destall. So I don't really need to rise for Thailand, and if I block him up here, I don't think he has any ways into Asia. That does give him an easier target if he wants to coup Libya. I only have one there, so he only needs 7, but now he needs the full 8 for Egypt since I have an adjacency. Shit, I forgot about IP war. Not in love with that realization. Well, that makes this easier to deal with. It's, first of all, it's not IP war, which I forgot about. Second of all, now it's DEFCON 2. And third of all, he obviously failed with a 1. Okay, I'm still figuring this out. I promise there's only one more glitch in this game. Here, USSR plays Truman Doctrine, adding 1 influence to Lebanon. I remove the 1 in Finland that's off the screen. Then I play Warsaw Pact, adding an influence to Malaysia, Libya, and Angola. Boom. Right, I think I'd resigned to letting him have Fidel. And Korean War is going to be back as soon as next turn. Space or wash. If I don't space Fidel, I can space that, but I don't get ops. I'm going to have like 4 ops. I want 6. Suez literally cost me 4. And where is US Japan? I can never keep these straight. Yeah, Angola was Algeria, which is south of France, which implies that I wanted to go into Zaire, but well, I don't have to play. I can spend Vietnam or Volstis base. Usually it's just fine to play it on the last AR, but Decall will be back too. I mean, I've had it pretty good here, I can't complain, but they just always want more. I think I'm going to take my chances. I'm hoping Korean War doesn't come right back on turn 3, or US Japan shows up. Yay, points! Do I need to eat that? I could be getting points instead. Or not. I kind of need 4 there, since T-Call is coming back too. Oh, I get Korean War though, fortunately. We can make sure it's not probably going anywhere. So I think Asia's scoring is safe here. Oh, we basically know the hands, so I should stop and figure that out. So yeah, I think he's got containment, Marshall Plan, blockade, Commie Con, and UN intervention. So probably UN Marshall Plan or containment. Or, I mean, I don't know for sure, obviously. But he's got a 4, a couple 3s. Better not forget about blockade. I'm an expert at that. Anyway, I think duck and cover is good. I think taking the Asia points would be safe. But I don't. I think I'll. I don't think they're going to go away. You might have decall. It's possible they could go away if he headlines decall and snaps up some non-battlegrounds. I guess, what could he get? 2 or 3? Which is just enough. Then I can. Asia is mostly safe. But for the most part, he wants to coup something. I don't want him to. And that's probably 3 points for me. I think if he had Europe scoring, we would have seen it just then. Okay, this is it. I didn't care about Nasser before, but now he's putting pressure in the Middle East. I'll put Nasser off. Thank goodness, nuclear test ban. IP war, you know, I'd like to get even more points with that. But maybe I won't. It's leaving me without many ops for the rest of this turn. Just the nuclear test ban. If I played the nuclear test ban now, I think I would fix Europe with it. It would be nice to have one more for Africa too, but 1, 2, 3. Oh, there are. I can do exactly that. I'll have to be holding like D-stall and Korean War if I don't want to play either one of them. And yeah, I get there, and if he plays blockade, I discard D-stall. Oh, and then I'm stuck with Korean War. I have 5 more cards to play out of 6. One of them I get to hold. I would like for that to be Korean War. One of them I get to space, and the rest I play. That's all very normal. So that gives me 2 cards, Korean War and D-stall, that I can just procrastinate on. You can send 1 to space. It's probably either, I mean, I could do Korean War to space. It's all fine. But I kind of want to wait and see, but at the same time, give him a chance to play Middle East scoring if he's going to do it before I open up Egypt. We 2 best Germany, 1 France. I think my plan was always to put back everyone away. I was putting off nuclear test ban to see, or I was going to fix up Europe and put 1 in Africa, I think. I got to hold D-stall for blockade. Eventually play IP war probably for points. Hopefully for points. I've got 12 points. This is not a bad game at this point. He's got 1 card that I don't know. I've got 2, including my nuclear test ban, but I don't think it's Europe scoring because he's had a couple chances at that now. And yeah, we want. There's lots of uses for ops, making me wonder if no, IP war is better for the points. That's not worth risking. Replace it here. Oh, there's 2 more points. Great. I think that's the one I didn't know. No reason to rush into UK again until turn 7. Maybe Canada, but I'm going to opt for one of these that we're kind of racing for. Well, now I could safely destall into space if I wanted. I think he's going to grab India. I was just going to contain. Oh, yeah, he's going to UN containment probably. Or he can get it out of the game by giving me 1 turn of +1. I was going to fire off IP war just to try and get the points. That would be extra special if I also got to try and take India with it. If I do Nasser, as I was kind of planning, he can use that same 3 just to take Egypt. Yeah, maybe I'm not even. If I get 2 points for that and 2 points for military ops, I'm not in a bad spot. So this seems like a really good move because it creates a dilemma for me. I think. Oh, he's in Cuba too. I thought I had basically completely gotten the perfect setting, which, yeah, we denied destall and decall by having them dealt to me. I mean, it's not some impressive skill feat. It's just I've gotten lucky. I mean, there's a risk that he gets one of the Europe attack cards and the Europe scoring card. But if he does, then he has to forego the Africa coup, really. So, I mean, there's big ways it could come out that don't leave any good decisions for him. But yes, it was very good move to make me choose like this. Expected value here is like 7/3, 2 1/3 points for my IP war. 1/3 chance of 4 points, most likely 2 points, bringing me to 16 or 18, which was my plan through the whole turn. However, this last move has me thinking it's kind of a pickle, and it's uncut. I mean, Europe is actually, even if I put all 3 here, it's not completely invulnerable to de Gaulle. Like de Gaulle and Europe scoring combo would get away without giving me points. And in fact, if I do nothing at all, or if I only put like one here, he can do something with socialist governments and actually get the points with his socialist governments plus Europe scoring combo. But anything like that is going to forego the coup in Africa, which he really wants, especially if I do put two in Algeria. But more likely than not, neither of us will have Europe scoring next turn. More likely than not, neither of us will have Africa scoring. I think there's 3 relevant Europe attack cards, so that's a little harder to figure out. But like, if I put all 3 in Europe, yeah, I can't really protect myself from every single possibility. If I put all 3 in France, then he can't at least flip France with a de Gaulle +4. But I think I don't have Truman anymore. He's been removed, so he doesn't have to hesitate so much getting into a race with me there. I mean, the points are a sure thing now. Everything else is possibilities. This prevents the really nasty socialist government plus Europe scoring combo, where he actually takes the Europe points. So stressed by these games when I get ahead, because anything can still happen. And it frequently does in this game. And it feels like, oh, I'm supposed to win now. There are still ways for the cards to come, even if I don't make mistakes, or I lose anyway. And especially since I will make mistakes, I might be making one right now. Not yet. I haven't clicked the thing yet. Maybe I should have put 2 in Algeria. Maybe I should have just taken the points. It's a sure thing. 18 points is like very. I can. There's a bunch of USA little 1 point, 2 point cards. What happens next? Ooh, this is good. I have Junta in South America scoring, and OAS, and defectors, which I think that defectors is coming out. Then I don't have to think about all these horrible things. I can get 3 points, probably just from Junta and South America scoring. With the Junta, I could Q Cuba, and be safe from his coup. Otherwise, I think it will either come into Africa or Middle East. Don't want to get kicked completely out of Middle East. And it would be great if that scoring card never showed up until I'm able to get 6 more points here. But this seems okay. I don't have any real problem cards. Brezhnev I just play on the last round. D-stall I'm happy to hold as long as I can, because then it's not even saltable. Right, it's either defectors or Junta. If I knew defectors was coming, I probably would have just taken my points last turn. And then these South America points would probably be enough to win. To get 6 points, I think I need domination. And yeah, like if I keep him completely out, which is, I don't know what his cards are. There's a Linde. And of course, D-stall and Junta. So I've protected from some of those problems by just having the cards. I haven't filled in mine yet, of course. Yeah, I think Allende is the only one that gives him the ability to just drop in. Something like ABM or Brush War, I could put my guys down and have them immediately switched. Defectors wins. Well, that's not great for him. But defectors didn't accomplish much either. Well, I have 2 ways into South America, which is of course what I've got my eyes on the most. But I can set up, I mean, this is a race into Algeria. There just presumably isn't. But I mean, I think unless he has Brush War or ABM, I can just set up or Middle East scoring. There's a pretty big opening to just set up the points I need in South America and take them. You can have arms race and get some points from that. But yeah, I'm thinking if I'd like spend a turn in Africa, I might try out something like ABM or Brush War. I could also put a guy into Nicaragua. And then if I use Junta, I can actually do a realignment with it. I could try anyway, but if he coups me back, then we can go back and forth there a little bit, but that'll get me 2 points that he's set up to take. I have several 3s. That's, you know, nice. I'm not really which I realized right after I clicked commit. I give him a point. I forgot I was giving a point. And he gets another one from UN. I have other 3s I could have used. But yeah, it seems like now I'll use I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to make more mistakes. But yeah, this seems like it's time for Junta now. Or do I give him Panama? He basically has control at that point if I miss these 2 rolls. But why give him Panama anyway? If I get it all out in 1 roll, I can use the second one on Panama. But all I had to do was get domination here and it's going to be a win. Conceivably I could get 7 if I took 2 countries and scored domination without him getting anywhere. Well, I kind of think I can't just let him So D-stall is probably going to be held even again. That's fine. But I have essentially 2 ops from this and 2 ops from Junta and 3 3s left. This one I'm not going to use till the end, which necessarily means it won't be usable for the South America scoring part. I could put one on Colombia myself, and then I think I'd rather be down here. I'm moving so slowly now. But I'm nervous that it's not impossible to miss this realign roll twice in a row, in which case he's going to be able to put 2 on Panama and even expand into Haiti and basically have control because he can address Panama and this realign threat at the same time. So yeah, I mean, the other thing I was considering was taking one of my 3s and just taking Panama and putting, say, 1 in Colombia. And then if he presumably coups Colombia or something, then I can play Junta and both take this and coup Colombia in the same roll, the same action. That gives me 1 fewer 3 to use for filling in South America if things go my way. I have these 6 2 from Yunta, 2 from OAS, like 8 ops without present over 11 with it, 4, 6, 9 if I was going to take all of them. Or something really close if I was going to take 3 in and on Battleground. It's not like I've seen a lot of evidence that he has Central America scoring. All I did is play Liberation Theology. His coup was in Africa, as expected. I don't know which I'm going to do. I'm also considering 3 ops, 2 into Panama and like 1 into Colombia. Like, I'm going to get a chance to use Junta anyway. He'll probably immediately coup Colombia. Removes this risk of letting him get full Central America control. Like, I missed the 2 realignment rolls, and then he goes 2 into Panama and 1 into Haiti. And then that could get ugly. This move I made at the end of last turn, where I went for like the 2 or 4 points. I was responding to things that might be the next turn, instead of what certainly was. Lily is here to help. And then see, we might go back and forth a few times. If I ever get far enough ahead in the rolls, I'm going to have to consider whether I want to just score this for domination with only 1 battleground, with him being completely out. His presence is 2 points. Okay, 2, that's basically what I got, average roll, say, but he probably doesn't know Central America scoring, and I would have just been in a better spot to have played this last turn. Now I'm really hoping I at least clear him out of here. Let's see, do we coup back and forth? Oh no! No, I steal it. I take what I can get now, right? And maybe my wrong move before was kind of lucky in that it kind of looked less like I actually have this scoring card. But yeah, I've got domination. He doesn't even have presence. I should just score this now. I don't think I'm going to get those military out points. I think I'll come in here and like make it very tempting for him to give them to me. But yeah, we'll take this. I think my mission now is to get him to coup me someplace so that I can not lose 2 points. I could space 2 things and win. Destalinisation is obviously wanting to be spaced anyway. And this continues to look pretty good. I guess if I used OAS and went into Haiti and Guatemala, it really feels like he would coup me. But yeah, also destalinization is less and less so bad that I have to go to every length possible to keep it out of his hands. You have to put a lot on France to be protected from letting de Gaulle to steal your Europe points. I mean, that's fine. That's also fine. I mean, he's surely he will coup me. Certainly in response to that one, right? Well, that's a surprise. I think you'll probably get destall for my first try. Hopefully last try. I was about ready to shoot it into space anyway. The big hope is that we don't fail this roll. Oh well. Oh, I thought he'd... It's very important that I make this. Please? Yes! Oh. Who knows how awful that could have gotten. Although he's now going to get 2 more points. I thought he was going to get 4 or 5. Oh my god. And I had no idea how many times I was going to miss. So that's really tempting, but there's sure a lot of cards that would screw that up. Either the Africa attack cards, both of which are in the deck. I wish I could get it out before he got to take a coup, but I don't think I can safely do that. And then I get maybe a couple points from kitchen debates, but I think Africa scoring is kind of the centerpiece of this hand and this turn for me. Hopefully I can get at least 3 points from it, even after his headline and his coup. So I think I like nuclear subs. It's Africa, right? That's what nuclear subs is for. Oh, there's him. His turn. I guess I'll start with a small card so that if he winds up having attacks. I don't know, this is kind of what I'm feeling like I'm going to do. Okay. Oh, he does have that. I mean, I guess that one leaves him adjacent to another one. So stressful. Oh my god! No, that's good news. No more pressure, and of course he failed. But this is obviously as good as it can get, so... I bet you're going on to Germany. You are. Yes! Alright. Now... Oh, I've got So I think I decided CIA in the end. Yeah, who knows if he even clues. Okay, I get 2 tries. I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game! But I think this turn I'm just gonna eat Africa. So this is I'll do this the traditional way, and I mean I think he's gonna take the 2 and probably put 1 here and 1 here. I was gonna, I think, go here for another point if I don't get another chance before Alliance comes out. Or I was gonna put 2 here, but I'm thinking about doing this coup for deception purposes, misdirection. I mean, I think he's, I don't know, I don't even know what I'd do in his position without knowing I had how I learned. Pretty much assumed he was going to do another action to collect some more military ops, and he may anyway, but it's going to look a lot. I mean, if I don't even collect any military ops, he's going to look at this come AR7 and it's just going to scream out that my last card is this how I learned. Like with everything else, I might regret this, but I'm going to do it just to be a little sneaky. That's my reward. Okay. influence. Oh. Oh. I think we get this. Three points, right? What a relief.